Romance. Walk, walk, fashion, baby. We're getting that bitch crazy. Walk, walk. Okay. I'm going to have that stuck in my head the rest of the night now.
You're welcome. You're
Thanks
welcome.
for that. Appreciate it.
For the record, that's literally what we came back to.
That's fair.
Just want to make sure that's known. No, like legit. It's funny too because like my daughter loves that song specifically.
Really?
Oh yeah,
That's
loves it. So like if we're driving the car, like we were, was it today? Yeah, today to drop her off at my in-laws. I'll blare it in the car because she's like, "Turn it up, Daddy," you know. And so I blare it, like we blare like Led Zeppelin stuff too. But then like we went by a construction site and it was one of those. There's so many cops around. I don't want to get pulled over for noise pollution on Lady Gaga. Let me just turn that down. That's my excuse to pretend like I'm still a man.
Not blasting Lady Gaga in the car.
Driving by and be like poker face. Anyways, moving on. You guys get some rest. Actually, legitimately, you got 8 hours of rest. So you were able to go and hardcore pass out sleep. Gain back all of your abilities, so on and so forth. Elijah gets the opportunity to change out the spells that he has prepared, which is very important for him. You guys get back some of your used hit die and yada, 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 yada.
Yay.
So when you guys wake up, obviously it's one of those things where when you wake up, I imagine it's one of those like, what time is it? Hell, what day is it? Like one of those kind of, because you guys really needed the rest after the past few days and what had transpired. And when you wake up, you kind of go down and mission report. And Ophelia would, of course, try to fill you in. She Ophelia you in on what happened. She'd be like, Rena, can I have a moment?
Yeah.
Stepping aside with you.
Yeah.
I went and delivered your message. And of course, he gave to me his response, being that he's actually looking to meet with you wherever it is that you would like, wherever it is you felt was neutral territory. Unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with the area, so I had to decide what neutral territory would be. I chose outside the city. Now, I believe you had said something about being hunted by something outside of the city.
Yeah.
So I informed him of that. That apparently there was a bounty hunter that was out there after your head. And that could cause complications. And because of that, if it would be appropriate that each side could bring a few guards to dissuade the bounty hunter from engaging. But the guards are to keep themselves back at a great distance.
Did he suspect anything?
I don't believe so. He asked me why we couldn't just have the meeting then and there, and I told him that I didn't know if it was a safe opportunity yet.
So what are your thoughts after speaking to him?
He looks to take you. But not by sword. At least not if necessary. I don't think he means physical harm. But he certainly doesn't mean harm to your cause. He seems the kind to... He has a righteousness to him. He believes that what he knows is the truth, the only truth, and he's unfaltering on it. I think it would be very difficult for one to rattle his current standings, his current position, I'm going to say. If you're going to go through with this, be prepared to put forward a good argument. Do you have one?
One that I'm sure he's heard before and that I know that we've argued about in the past, but another that I'm sure Ophios also spoke to you about. And that being the Lopers.
Telling about the Lopers is a fine decision if we have any degree of evidence. What evidence do you have that these Lopers exist?
We have one of the weapons.
It's an enchanted weapon. Peculiarly enchanted, granted. Probably unlike anything he's ever seen before, but would that really be defined as something being so out there? He's no mage. He wouldn't understand that that's not generally how magic works.
We didn't save any of the Loper
The head?
the Loper blood or the head or anything like that. Did we save?
I
Because
mean, you
I remember
used
we
the
saved
blood.
some of
We
it,
never
but
got rid of the head, as far as I know.
where do we have
That's,
that?
it's probably
I
gone, to
hope
be
we
honest,
did.
because
Yeah.
it would be
I was gonna
rotten
say
by
I
now.
don't think we have any of that stuff. I was
Wait,
thinking at least the blood.
What
but
is
like,
this,
I don't
Throne
know.
Keeper? I mean, come on.
Did
Throwing
they do
shade.
that? Well, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. They're the good party.
Okay. All right.
Well,
You're right. The weapon may not be enough, which is perhaps part of the reason Ophio wants to go himself.
I'm aware that that's something that he's interested in doing.
I know the risk that comes along with that.
I don't think you do, but I appreciate your attempts to see it from my perspective.
I do think that he deserves to be the one to make that decision for himself. I owe him that.
After what he's done, what he's uncovered, I think we all owe him that. Nonetheless, I'm here to advise. I've given my advisory. Take it as you will. But just be careful.
Thank you again.
You're welcome, of course. Bring guards, half dozen you're allowed to bring, and they're to be set back, a good distance back.
I'm sure Laszlo will be excited to hear it.
I live to excite Laszlo.
Don't we all? She'll roll her eyes.
Might be a good opportunity to bring a mage. I don't know exactly his abilities. I didn't have an opportunity to speak to him yet, but if he has a few spells that can be hurled from afar, throwing a little bit of armor or the like on him, something that would allow him to not stand out as being, or at least changing his garb. Or do you want to be seen as somebody who walks around with an remote? He's, granted, it's not exactly like he's walking around in a military uniform, but I don't know if you want it to be obvious that you have a mage with you, or if you want to keep it a bit to yourself.
Yeah, I don't believe that Cadis is aware of him. He shouldn't be. Best keep that a secret.
Well, you decide as you will. I can come as well, of course. I can easily disguise myself as one of the other guards. I can lend a degree of aid. I'm not particularly honed for combat, but I can get myself out of a situation if I find myself in one. So if you do have a hole that needs to be filled, I'm your girl.
I'll let you know then.
And she'll kind of like back off from there. Everybody else, there's nobody else that really had any reports or anything that happened overnight. So Laszlo will just say that they legit gave you the evening. They actually gave you the time. The reason why they were comfortable staying where they did, she actually asked him straight out. Sorry, I forget this. Rita, they actually asked him straight out, "Hey, are you good? Like, can we not get attacked so we can speak in the morning?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I don't understand why we can't speak now, but sure." And so on. So that was actually fine.
Nice. Okay.
And everybody else, I imagine you were able to change over your spells that you needed to, Massey. Perfect. I imagine you guys convene, inform everybody of the situation. Everybody understands it. Welcome to RP it out if you'd like. But otherwise, you just need to choose the 6 people that are going to go with you, Rena.
Ophios is probably going for sure. No doubt
Was
about
that like an agreed upon number, or is that just like a gist?
It was a gist.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was like she didn't get a hard agreed upon number, but it was like she got the impression that.
So if she showed up with 8, they wouldn't be like, "Well, to arms, men, we're going in because they brought too many people."
Probably not.
Okay.
But 6 is a comfortable number. It's like clearly you brought a personal guard without necessarily looking to start a fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, both Elijah and Ophios for sure. Laszlo. But Elijah, I like the idea of kind of disguising him, maybe as one of Laszlo's men. He can like switch gear with one of them or something, just for that.
Don't hide it.
I don't ever know. Listen, if I had an OnlyFans, all it would be is cat pictures. That's all it would be. Is cat pictures.
Yeah,
Because I
I've
fucking
seen
hate
it.
cats. I hate
I've
cats.
seen your beautiful kitty.
All
right?
cats should die. But it would be funny. I think if I ever did an OnlyFans, it would legit just be pictures of me with cats. Because
The funniest
that
part
would be
is
funny.
the whoof from that statement that occurred right there.
I think he heard it. He just chose not to acknowledge it.
What did you? Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
No, he knew. He did not know what happened.
You talking about you seeing my beautiful kitty?
Yeah, your beautiful kitty. Yeah, it's very pretty. I could look into it all day.
I mean,
Moving on.
how is Rena gonna approach Ophios? Because Ophios obviously is not filled in on this as of yet.
So kind of like I mentioned to Ophelia. Well, okay, I guess we could repeat that really quick.
Yeah.
So she'll go find Ophios after that conversation.
I
and say-
imagine unusually Ophios sleeps in.
Oh, okay. She'll come to
So-
find him then.
Yeah, you'll probably find him as he's like leaving wherever he was sleeping or whatnot.
So I spoke to Ophelia. And the meeting went well.
Ophelia went to the meeting instead of you.
Kind of like a reassurance for her. I agreed to let her.
I suppose that makes sense. Go on.
He agreed to meet. She says he didn't seem to suspect anything, but I'm not sure. He could have been going along with it. Either way, we're to meet outside the city with a number of guards.
That's not the plan last we spoke.
I know.
That doesn't bode well for what we had in mind.
The guard is meant to stay nearby, but at a far enough distance, so it will just be me and him talking. But Ophios, I have to tell you that she really opposed to you going.
I'm not surprised, given our conversation before.
I know there's a lot going on right now, but I won't stop you from making your own decisions.
She questions my judgment on that. And I told her it was the only way to prove or give credibility to the argument we make of him being misguided in who he listens to. And given that it's now out in the open, with guards maybe far enough off. I don't feel like that's a situation where I can do that. One person seeing me is one thing. That number is completely different. Needless to say, if that's the case, it makes your task a little more difficult.
I don't know how he'll react to just the information of the Lopers. And I'm not sure that he'll take the weapon as enough proof, but that's all we have. Without compromising you or Ophelia.
Well, I wish you luck then. And you know I'll have your back if something goes awry. But that's about all I can offer in this particular situation.
That's fair enough. There's a good chance this may not work. So we have to be prepared for that.
Yes. And unusually, he'll walk back into the area in which he slept.
Okay, so what's the plan from here, boys and girls?
Basically, just get everybody rounded up and ready to go. Did she say what time we were meeting?
It was one of those late morning sort of things. He didn't want to
Okay.
wait too long, but he was like, get through the night, get your rest, and we'll meet in the morning.
Got
One
it,
of those.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, I don't know if you heard before, but so Ophios, Elijah, Laszlo, some of Laszlo's men, and Ophelia can come too.
How many total is that?
I don't know, make it 6 total? One.
Would you have told Ophios like the location of where it would have occurred?
So Ophios specifically is not coming?
No, I had the.
He is, but he's not. He's just going to be a part of the guard.
Yeah. He's
Like
one
the
of
group that
six.
stays back. Yeah.
My question is, Rena, did you tell Ophios where the meeting was taking place or anything like that?
Yeah, I said that he was wanting to meet outside the city.
In like the particular spot outside.
Oh, no, I don't think she didn't mention that other than
Okay.
just outside the city. So I'm assuming just somewhere close to town, not really too far away.
Yep.
Just outside the gate wall, whatever.
Okay, go ahead, please.
When Rena comes to Elijah to tell him about the plan and ask him to get the guards disguised and all that, he would agree, but he would make a point to say, let me just roleplay it real quick. He would say,
Yeah.
Don't forget, they do have one of our own.
I can't forget. I'm sure it'll be the first thing he tells me about too. We will try
It
to
isn't-
get him back.
That
if we can.
person, that person seemed very valuable. Should we choose between him, Cadius? Is that it? I'm
Cadus.
sorry, I forgot his name. Cadus. If we should choose between Cadus and the other one that I actually
Erwin.
don't know the name
Erwin.
of. Oh, in
Erwin.
roleplay, I don't think I know the name of him.
His
Oh yeah, no,
character
because I hung out
Yeah.
with him for a day. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Erwin.
yeah.
Erwin.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
If you had to choose between the two, where do you think you would choose?
Erwin.
Interesting. Okay. That's our primary objective then.
Yeah. If the meeting doesn't accomplish what we need it to, our main task is to get Erwin back.
That's it. He'll leave it alone.
Okay.
Do you share the fact that main task is to get Erwin back with anybody else?
Yeah, probably with Laszlo.
Okay. So when you go to inform Laszlo of this, that that's our primary task, Laszlo would say, well, it is important that it's important that you're guarded, right? Because we don't want you getting killed out there. But if it's important that we go and find Irwin, we don't think Irwin's going to be on site, mayhaps I should not be with you. Maybe get a couple of my guys, take the opportunity. Now looking one way, we go the other. Granted, he's not even a part of the leadership of this city, as we know. He's a passerby, right? He ain't no commander here. He ain't
Doesn't mean that he won't have Irwin well guarded, though.
But at least I can find him.
That's true. That would be.
Just me and 2 men. That's all I need. I'll go find him. God damn it, we need Nightingale. She hung back at Momly. Said she had things she needed to take care of.
All right.
Sorry. That's strange.
Yeah, if you can find out where he is, I'll do the best that I can on my end, but maybe just prepare for the worst, like we were saying.
Yeah, I'll replace myself and whatnot with other guards, so it's gonna be what? Ophios, your Elijah, I think you said his name was, and then a few of the guards.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just
Is
fill up the
Ophelia gonna be
slots with others. Yeah, he doesn't know Ophelia can do illusions, though, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
That makes sense, yeah.
And so then a few of the other guards, and that you'll be good enough, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, well, be safe. Don't go and do anything I'd do. You'd probably kick his ass anyways. And he gives you like a...
She'll just chuckle and shake her head. And she'll say, "Good luck."
Okay. And he's like, yeah. You too.
Aww.
He's gonna go off. He's gonna make his way downtown. Shut up, Siri.
Shut up. Daelric.
Apparently Siri interrupted me. She got like ahead of it. She's like, he's gonna do it.
She's like, "He's gonna say it."
Siri and I are both on your ass about that now.
Yeah.
Siri's tired of you saying it to her.
So anyways, you guys go to get ready and actually head out to this meeting, right?
Yeah.
One of the things you notice is that you actually have 5 guards with you, not 6. Because, Ophios is missing.
Oh,
Awesome.
convenient.
Cool.
I wonder why that is.
You see, he made his way downtown, walking fast, faces past. He's homebound.
Hey, Daryl, can I join a different campaign?
So do I notice right away that he's missing? Like as we're getting ready?
Yes, Viking Mage. Or Magoo, sorry, Viking Magoo. Yes.
I'll check to where I saw him last. Obviously won't find him.
Is that a...
You'll cry. You'll write a hit song about it.
I thought it was going to be...
I really will.
I forgot.
You thought it was gonna be the split the party.
Yeah, I forgot I changed it. Lollipop, lollipop, lollipop. Sorry.
That's fine.
All right, so Rena, you notice that he's missing. Is there anything you could even do about it? You're just gonna have to deal with this and maybe grab another guard.
I'm just gonna
Vance.
grab another guard. There's nothing I can do right now. I probably know where he is, so whatever. Let's just
Crying in the
go.
basement.
Vance.
It's
Bring
fine.
Vance.
Bring Vance? Yeah, I
Bring
guess
Vance.
I could, but I don't know. Well, no, because I don't know. Can he protect himself right now?
I mean, Vance is not... He's not unfamiliar with how to use a sword. He's just not a great warrior. Like, he knows how to
Right.
fight.
I think
I guess
idea
if the
would
other
be
guards are
if
capable.
you need to step away and get advice, you can actually he could be there for you to talk to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do risk him being.
I know, I was
it's
like,
only, I mean, it's only a handful of guards on either side, so the odds of anything super bad happening are 50-50.
Justin's comment. Oh my god. He totally said that on purpose. Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, Justin. Come on,
Some
now's not the
sick
time,
payback,
man.
dude.
Oh, God. That burns. Hey, Rena, you know what? You deserved it.
I know.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's fine. It's whatever.
I love how
My
your
life.
keyboard or whatever it is glows.
It's my
Mouse pad.
mouse pad. It's supposed to be synced
Is,
up. But
is it
it's not.
USB like plugged in?
Yeah, it is. There's like a headset stand and then my mouse glows too.
No. I mean,
Oh,
so the mouse pad, does it serve any other value aside from being pretty?
Aesthetic?
Yeah.
Well, it's just a mouse pad, so
Yeah, what do you
Okay,
think mouse
well,
pads do?
because it has power, so I didn't know if having lights was like an auxiliary of, like I didn't know if it had power because it also was a USB extender on like the edge of
no,
it.
you just plug it in because it's pretty. That's pretty much
Gotcha. You should see how ugly my office is, Rena. That is cement right there. Okay, like it is so. I'll send you a picture afterwards. Okay.
it. Okay.
You're right there. That's your room, whatever. That's so pretty. Mine's like so ugly, and Messy's in the office because
Yeah, I'm at the office today. Yeah.
Mhm.
makes sense. It's cool. That they
Sometimes
let
on
you
I
stream.
have to
Minecraft.
play from here.
Yeah, it's cool. That
Oh,
they
yeah,
stream.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool with it. This guy doesn't move.
Yeah, no.
Stays there for
Well, I mean,
hours.
hey, listen,
Yeah.
he's a hard worker, you know.
He is. yeah.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, hey, listen, not everybody can work for Dunder Mifflin, so.
It's a good gig, honestly. Yeah. By the way, did you need more paper? Or are you still good for the next 6 months, Daelric?
I mean, I did recently print some stuff.
Yeah, I'll just charge you another invoice. It's all right.
Cool. All right. Moving on. So, it's a whole other thing. So yeah, you guys go to head out and you bring Vance with you. Vance is like,
Yeah, that's fine.
I appreciate the opportunity for you to bring me with.
Did you not want to? I mean, you don't have to. Like, it is a
No,
risk.
I mean,
obviously.
I don't expect there to be a giant battle, and even if there was, I'm sure he could get away if he needed to or something. It'd be fine.
Yeah, you could run.
Yeah. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
It'll be fine.
Everybody, Rena is close to is leaving, but whatever, it's fine. Let's go.
So you guys make your way out of town, you know.
Uh-huh.
Outside there, you actually see that he had set up a cute little arrangement. And he got up early in the morning while you guys were sleeping in and so on. And outside of town, he actually did bring exactly 6 guards, which probably to him feels a little heavy-handed, but, you know, you guys came to an agreement and he honored that agreement. But beyond that, it's easy to pick out where he has things set up because he also has a tent set up out there. The tent is about 10 feet by 10 feet, kind of like a square tent with drop walls on the sides. So it's not just like a one of those pop-up sunblocker thingies. It's a legit tent in there, so you guys wouldn't be able to be seen by others. Of course, it's open plains around there, so somebody approaching most likely would be noticed, but it at least gives you the opportunity to be obscured from those around you. 2 of you can have a private meeting. And he's actually standing outside of the tent. He's just standing there, his arms crossed. Oh no, he's wearing armor. He can't do that. Arms crossed in heavy armor. That's impossible. With one hand on the hilt of his warhammer, which is hanging from his belt, and the other, resting on his belt itself. And he's just waiting, watching for you to approach. I imagine that your guards start themselves a good distance from the tent, opposite his guards, good 300 feet or so.
Oh, so his guards are outside as well. Okay.
Outside of the tent, yep.
All right.
And you approach, I imagine, alone?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you would you have happened to have told us any kind of signal that would mean like shit's gone south, like just full charge attack or anything like that?
When
Any kind
you
of, like,
see the
emergency signal?
tent, when you see the tent from a distance, you definitely could be like lean over and come up with something now. It didn't have to be done in advance, just so you know.
Yeah, I could just say, or maybe before I walk over there, I'll just turn back real quick and say, what can I do?
It'd have to be something loud that wouldn't like be too out of character for you to do, so that they don't immediately just kill you. They're like, oh, she said pineapple really loud. That's probably a secret thing.
It's weird. Well, I don't know,
Josh.
because I don't know if you could hear us from far
Josh.
away.
Josh, you know what?
Don't laugh at that, guys. Just leave it alone.
Chat with what Josh said in Discord earlier and that joke. Can we trump card him next session? Thanks.
He's fine. He doesn't need to be trump carded, and he should not trump card us.
Oh, he won't.
Well, now he might. So what's your secret? Secret word? Secret phrase?
I mean, he's
don't
already
think you
trying to
can hear
recruit
us.
people to do it on this particular situation since I'm absent. Well, Ophius is absent.
The tent is clean. Who is your
Have
maid?
you cleaned this recently? Doesn't really look like it.
Is that a straw broom? Really? Straw?
Really, a straw in this climate? I have no idea. I don't think you'd be able to hear me from there.
Well, you'd have to yell it really loud.
Yeah, like super loud.
Maybe you just call him a traitor really loud. I mean, that wouldn't be out of character.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Just shout you're a traitor really loud. We'll all come running in.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars. Traitor.
Traitor. I don't hate it. I could do that.
Or I trusted you.
I
That's
trusted you
also
would be
Star
a good
Wars,
one.
yeah.
I was just yelling at this point.
Whatever you want. Just pick one. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Because we got to get
All right.
through
I
Ophios'
I think traitor is fine. That's fine.
All right, have fun.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay. And you go walking up to him. He stands there, and as you approach, do you say something as you approach, or do you allow him to speak first?
I will let him speak first.
His response is, Rena, I'm glad you actually took the opportunity to come and meet with me.
Well, you were so persistent about it.
I was, in fact. I still don't understand why we couldn't just speak last night. Now we have a show.
Definitely wasn't in the right place to talk last night.
I understand you were exhausted from your wanton killing of people, and destruction of governmental buildings, and so on. But I wasn't looking to raise a sword. Whether or not your shoulders were aching at the moment shouldn't have mattered. Nonetheless, we can speak more of this inside the tent, please. And he opens the flap open so you can go in.
And I'll go in.
Some basic comfortable chairs brought inside there. Again, just basic wooden chairs that somebody would have carried out here. Small little table there with a couple of like different drink options. As you walk in, and he's still standing there holding the tent open outside. He says, "I'm going to offer you refreshments. You're not going to make the assumption that they're poisoned or anything, are you?"
Well, if I were trying to eliminate you, it's what I would do, but no, I won't.
Really? Is that what you would do?
She won't say anything.
He sighs. I truly hope that that was a joke. I'm looking to speak to you. I'm hoping that the Rena, the young girl that I grew up with, is still somewhere in there. And this person that you became isn't so far gone that I can't pull you back.
I'd rather hear more about how you came to the decision fighting for Peredhel would be better. Considering our circumstances at the time.
Our circumstances of what? Growing up, small town? It's not exactly like it was a town that was doing much. I know what you're going to say, but it was free. It was the people's choice and rights to be there, and their land was taken. We were evicted from our homes, as were our families, or I should say your families. I never really had one, did I? But it goes beyond that. You only saw the bad side of Peredhel. I don't want to say necessary evil, because no evil is ever necessary. But the path that they currently choose to take. You only saw that, but you didn't see the good. You're a damn fine warrior. You've got a good head on your shoulders. You could have been with me. You could have been by my side.
I knew you wouldn't be able to understand, but it makes no sense living like that.
Living like what?
Under constant control. In fear of having everything taken from you at the drop of a sword.
It was 3 years, Rena. 3 years. You served what, 1.5 of them? Before you traded in 3 for 7? I imagine the work camp that you were sent to was very different from being on the lines. 3 years, and then it was over. I could have walked into a town, got to some job at a bar or, I don't know, a smithy or something, had a family. But in those 3 years, I realized something. There was an actual opportunity there. Peredhel as a nation does offer more. It does offer a good living to its citizens. The issue with Peredhel is how it acquires those citizens. And not everybody in Peredhel is evil. There are many people here that are just living their lives. Unfortunately, many of them that are ignorant to even what goes on in the front lines. You think everybody listens to the town crier calling out to the recent victories? Or those that are literate, and there are many of course, that reads the updates of national conquests? No, of course not. They wake up in the morning, they do their job, they love their wife, kiss their children, and go to bed at night. They're completely ignorant to this. Those people aren't evil. They're just people. And even the ones in the front lines, looking of course beyond Inclame, there are good people there too. One really good one. You could have met him. I really wish you had. Perhaps then, who knows, you could have been my commander.
And to whom are you referring?
Hold on, I gotta look up his rank again. 1 second. I had it up earlier, but then I clicked away because somebody likes to DM me.
Sorry.
Field Commander Leon Yeager.
I figured.
He's retired now. But he was a damn fine commander. He was the kind of commander that used his mind, not his numbers, to win battles. Sure, numbers were a part of it. He would always offer for people to surrender. And when they usually chose not to, he would always take as few lives as possible. He would always outmaneuver his opponents. He would always turn the battle against them. They would always have an opportunity to surrender.
Tell me, how much do you really know about the Peredhel leadership? You know this, Jaeger. But how about the rest of them?
Rena, I'm a lieutenant commander now. I have met the Turumbar. I know the leadership fairly well, including some of their dark sides. I know them well, but that doesn't mean I draw a blade and strike. There are ways to make changes from within, you know. If the people do not support one's decisions, that person can be replaced by the people.
It goes beyond their decisions. And I don't know what dark side you're referring to, but it can't be the same knowledge that I know about them.
I'm referring to the tactics that some of these commanders use.
Tactics like what?
Do you know much of the commander of Zholgov? I mean, you're here assaulting the city. You stand outside of its walls right now, itching to go in and draw blood. But what do you know of this commander that you are looking to lay to rest?
Well, I know that he's not Perrin.
He is, in fact, Perrin, Rena. And unfortunately, he's not a very good one. Do you remember the man I told you about before? Leon?
Yes.
As I said, Commander Rieger, he retired. It was a sad day for Peredhel when that happened. But he retired. Rumor is he went south. Found himself a nice little job as a general for some other city-state. That's unfortunately not where the rumor stops. Rumor is there was an assassination attempt on the man's life. A
Do you know
tactic.
by who?
It's a tactic that is used by the commander of Zholgov. Not assassination in general, just the way it was done.
Well, unfortunate as that may be, there's definitely other info about the strongest leaders of Peredhel that you don't seem to know or are unwilling to speak about.
Is this reason the reason why you are here?
Partly.
Please tell me, what deep secrets need to be flooded to the open?
Have you heard of something called a loper?
I have, yes.
From where?
I don't remember the name of that chunk of land they have, but it's in the Dalelands. It's those people that showed up about a century ago.
Which people?
The Lopers. They appeared just off the shores of the Dalelands to the east. And they have a refugee camp, or whatever you want to call it there. Angbak or something.
So you know of their existence. And you know of how many there are in Peredhel?
There are no Lopers I've ever heard of in Peredhel. They're, again, interlopers from somewhere else that appeared off the shores of Dalelands. As far as I understand, that's where they stay. They're
extremely dangerous. I don't know enough about them, but I do know that they've definitely infiltrated Peredhel.
Refugees infiltrated Peredhel. I suppose they have magic. Please tell me the story.
They're creatures like I've never seen before. Extremely powerful. Magically inclined. Magics that I've never heard of. And fellow of my friends and guard have never seen before.
Like
we've
what?
fought these lopers on multiple occasions. Each time taking quite a bit of effort to take down. But I'm talking about like manipulation of space. Somehow the space changing or being cut off or folded on itself. Time speeding up, but only in certain areas, slowing down in others. It's very powerful magic.
Where did you last fight one of these things?
How long ago was it? Couple weeks?
Momly.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Very recently. Just a few weeks ago.
Where was it?
In Momly, actually.
I went through Momly. I had 2 tasks, one personal, one appointed. Brought me this direction. I did go through Momly. I saw the aftermath, the destruction of your success there.
Like I said, it takes a lot of effort to take them out.
So these lopers, assuming what you're saying is true, is the only reason why?
The only reason why what?
You're here fighting?
Like I said, partly.
Rena, do you have any proof that these lopers exist? Here
She'll
in
pull out
Peredhel, I've obviously heard the rumors from the east.
she'll pull out the growing sword.
Mm-hmm.
But keep it small and then show him like the magic, like how to make it like regular sword size.
Mm-hmm. And hand it to him.
Yeah.
He points at you, huh? Takes
Two
it.
ducks.
Yeah, no, he takes it. Well, of course, points the blade away and says, let me see. Oh, why do you have to say that this is strange magic? As the sword grows in his hand.
Like I said, it's nothing that seems very common.
I can see what you mean by affecting, I guess, space, or at least the object, but shut up, Josh. Josh, you broke the cast. God damn it. Sorry. Back into the moment. I don't see how this one sword here can prove that these lopers from the east, who honestly, I know that they have magics that are able to bring them here from wherever they came from. But I don't know if that means they're infiltrating our land. Excuse me. Rena. How many people have died?
2. No, several. He's like 2. Just 2.
Just 2.
Dozens? Hundreds? Can you even count the number if you wanted to?
Could you?
I fight soldiers on a field of battle. You're fighting people in their homes. You're starting a rebellion here, Rena. And I will admit that you have a small degree of success here. But it won't be long for the full force of the Peredhel military, all of Vala, or of this Trumbar's land if need be, are brought here to quash this. There's a bounty on your head. You know about this. Apparently there's a bounty hunter hunting for you now.
At this point, I assume there's always one.
But what if there didn't have to be? Turn yourself in, Rita. Perhaps I can even offer you a degree of immunity to the crimes that you've committed. You're
Well, that's
currently...
why you wanted to have this meeting. To convince me to turn myself in?
Do you know who it is that you travel with?
I do.
You do. You know about Laszlo.
Yes.
Please, tell me. Tell me of Laszlo's history.
We're not here to discuss Laszlo.
We are here to discuss the fact that you have with you a commander, or general, or whatever word they use in Taziendale. Remember, he's from Taziendale.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever word they use in Taziendale, who's disgraced. He was relieved from duty in his own land. He is here as a terrorist and nothing else.
So you're saying this to get a rise out of me?
I'm making sure you know the facts. Vance has already tried and failed. And there's a reason why he failed. Because it was not the right cause.
I can see that you're pretty stuck in your opinion.
It's a bad time to roll garbage.
Yep.
I mean, everybody outside can technically roll a perception check to see that. Now, luckily, they have a disadvantage because they're seeing from far away and because of the effects of that. But he technically could luck pool, and if there was luck inside the pool, and see that if you wanted to. Okay. Hold on.
Of course, when it comes time for when it's important, I roll like shit.
Now you know how it feels. But all the time.
Mine are just critical moments, but
Okay.
I forgot what we said.
So,
Oh, I see you're stuck in your opinion. Obviously, your main task was to come here and take me in.
My task was to come here and make you an offer, Rena. I don't want to come to blows. I know you. I knew you. And I would like to know you again. I want to give you an opportunity to see this land for what it is. Not for what we ignorantly thought it was as children. I want to give you an opportunity to change your perspective. Apparently you came here to inform me that there's a secret society of aliens that are hiding in our kingdom. And I
They're
do
the
mean
ones-
our.
I don't have the right way to convince you. But just know that if I didn't believe this is something that was extremely dangerous to more than just myself, I wouldn't be pursuing it. Tell me, you said you still have him.
Nods.
Where is he?
Kept safe.
You also said something else brought you to Momly other than business.
No, you brought me to Momly. Something else brought me to Zholgov. The fact that both of my interests were in one location was just convenient.
And what was that?
Like you, I'm trying to uncover snakes that are hiding in our mists. I came to speak to the commander. If someone is going to tell me a lie, I want them to tell it to my face. I want them to tell it to my eye. Because then I'll know. It wasn't a misspeak. It wasn't a stumble. Communication gone awry. They were lying to my face. The hell is that? He says, looking down as something slithers its way into the tent. Rena, what's your passive perception?
I'm sorry, what?
Passive
My
perception.
Like roll it is what you're asking me to do?
On your character sheet, far left side, halfway down, it says passive perception.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it as well. He's like, what the hell is that? And you look down and you see it too. Ophios is coming in with his camo scales, and his large snake form is slithering in. And then he says, what's that? And he kind of like realizes it's like still coming. It's a massive snake. He's like, Rena, is this yours? He says as he draws his hammer from his side and kind of taking a defensive step back, but not turning aggressively towards you at all, just towards the thing that's slithering into the tent.
So she's gonna shout traitor then. At him.
Shouts
You're
traitor
gonna
at him.
shout traitor. You're gonna shout it.
Are you gonna shout it?
Maybe Rena the person as opposed to Rena the character is confused for a second. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember if you remember the plan, Rena.
Well,
Original plan.
yeah,
Just
kind
not
of, but I
claim.
don't. She doesn't think that that's why he's here.
Why? Who's here? Ophios?
Yeah,
Well, you guys
'cause he didn't
discussed.
come initially.
Yeah, but you guys discussed that plan like forever ago. Like the
Yeah.
original plan was for him to be the only one that snuck in with you.
Oh, the very original plan. Yeah, I
Yes.
did
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So you're
Oh,
not gonna be a
back when we talked the first time before
It-
the fake
as-
Rena and everyone else showed up. Huh?
As the thing to convince him that Lopers were real
Yeah.
was to show him the opposite, that there are other creatures that have been hidden
Okay.
amongst the myths.
I forgot that we had come up with a way that we were going to do that.
As for Rena the character, that'd be one of the most important things that happened in the past few days. So should remember it. For Rena the person, she just bought a car.
A lot of
Yeah.
things are happening this week. But yeah, so I totally forgot. That's my bad. Okay. So no, she won't do that. She'll just say relax to Cadus.
You know what? Brittany bought a car And like right afterwards, we had a kid. We bought an SUV, and like two seconds later, there was a baby.
Do you
Rita-
want to have this conversation
Scott,
right now, or you
Scott,
want
I'm
to? Do
just
you want to
teasing.
RP?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I said, relax, Cadis.
Yeah, she's drinking alcohol, Messi.
Yeah, is that a
That's why.
Smirnoff?
That's
Yeah.
why. That's why.
Yes,
it's
it's
funny.
a Smirnoff.
Yes. She's
Yeah.
like,
Judge me.
"Yep, we're trying. Someone is."
I will say after Ophios makes it fully into the tent, he'll start transforming into his normal form.
So as there's a camel-colored snake slithering into the tent, he says, "Raina, is that yours?" and draws out his hammer and starts reaching to draw out his shield as well. Raina, what do you do? Or say, I should say.
She was gonna say, look, you asked for more proof. Maybe I still can't convince you.
As you're saying that, because that's obviously a bunch of words, he continues to draw his shield out and gets it like leveled in front of him. So he like whips the shield around so it's squared off in front of him, and he has like a defensive stance, hammer in one hand, shield in the other, preparing for combat, but not attacking or anything like that, not actually swinging or anything. Okay.
Just say, look, your weapons aren't necessary.
Ophios, as you transform from Technicolor snake into person, could you please re-describe your naked ass for us?
Sure. I would say in this moment when he's transforming, he's kneeling when it transforms. So the snake kind of
Terminator style. All right.
Yeah. So the snake, essentially its head's like risen up, and it basically, the body as it transforms, the tail comes and all the bottom morphs, but the head relatively remains the same. He is a human body with rather lean, muscular build, and his head and shoulders are covered in scales. His head's of a teal color, much like a bushy viper, and he has some black spots on top, and then the under part of his chin is a shade of yellow. His eyes are a dark turquoise, and he still has a necklace around his neck of looks as a black opal, for those of you that are wondering, but it's like black unless the light hits a certain way, and then it kind of reflects multiple different colors. Only the shoulders and the head are scaled. Everything else is human nakedness.
Human nakedness for the win.
And he's lean but not muscular, like not like really buff, but he's toned.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. So like a sadder Terminator. So you transform up, and he sees you there in your full glory. From the shoulders down, a man, but from the shoulders up, a snake. There. And as you say that, he says, "Well, I'll be damned, the Lopers are real." And he actually will fall into initiative. Because obviously he doesn't understand exactly what's going on. So
That's fine. So I'll click on me and roll initiative then.
Yep. Okay. This is bump. Bump.
Oh, what?
There you go.
Of course.
And initiative. Oh, I rolled
Oh.
garbage.
Wow.
Garbage. Come on. Come on. It's like the
We
worst.
lucked out on that one.
Oh my god, I rolled so bad. Alright, well, you guys technically have one more than that because Prayer to the Gods was on beforehand, and that gives you a +1 to ability checks as well. And this is an ability check. So you got a 5, and you got a 9. Okay. Beyond that, you also got this. and this.
Nice.
Cool.
Sick.
And I think that's everything. And don't forget, this is also on. So, awesome. Or I should say prayer to the guards now, but that's fine. So, you guys, as you transform backwards, you could feel like, you know, Rena feels that she's with her. And so Ophios, you feel that fire from within, and so on. And your characters are standing there. He's clearly looking to swing. But Ophios gets to act first. However he chooses to.
Ophios will simply walk over to Rena and actually sit.
Next to me or on the chair?
On the
your
chair.
lap.
On the chair.
I'm already
on the
sitting.
chair or next to you or whatever's there. If there are only 2 chairs, he'll sit on the floor. Or the ground.
He sits on Rena's lap and he's like, hey, did you know that toilet paper has not been invented yet? This is comfy.
No, he's gonna sit there and say, if he obviously he would have heard I always forget his dang name. Cadus. He would obviously simply just say, I am not Salopers.
He still has his weapon in hand, and clearly you're not attacking, right? And so he says, what the hell are you?
I'm the ones that knows of the Lopers. I'm the kinds that counteracts their actions.
Rena, is this the demon that's been hissing lies into your ears? Is this the reason why you think Lopers exist? I don't know what realm this creature came from, but I sure as hell would like to send it back.
I've told you, I fought them myself. They exist. He's just from somewhere else. Trained to fight them. That's his purpose here.
You're gonna have to roll a diplomacy check on that one. You do not have advantage. As a matter of fact, his assisting you is bringing you up from disadvantage to normal.
Okay. So you're talking about deception or performance? Sorry.
I said diplomacy. I meant
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Sorry, I'm like, what
Is
am
it-
I rolling
and
here?
I assume Rena
Addition
has to
blindness.
roll this. I can't roll this.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
I don't know why I rolled
Oh.
twice.
yeah. Darn
Oh,
it.
did
I
roll
saw
twice.
the second one. I don't know why it rolled
You
twice.
do the
either.
first one, I don't know why.
The only thing
happened.
that's really weird because normally the second one shows the dice, so why I don't know which one was the first rolled.
I don't know. It's weird. Rena. The first one, the chat is always correct. The die
Okay.
is just a physical representation that Rena, that's of course a 14 because of the prayer of the martyr,
Okay.
or of the gods. And could you did you want to luck die that?
Oh yeah, we can.
17.
With your 17, excuse me, with your 17, he says, Rena, I think you're confused. I will hear what has to be said, but know this beast. If you try to spin my mind, I will destroy you, or die trying. Rena, what is this thing?
Are we still going by initiative or is it more
No,
RP?
just chatting.
Okay. Okay.
I was hoping to win initiative so I could hit you, but I lost hard.
She'll just look to Ophios actually.
I'm a Slacona.
So sorry. It's after midnight. I'm tired. So he says, I'm a Slacona. This is another word I don't know. Is that another word for demon?
No.
Creature, speak plainly.
As plain as can be, I am a creature that comes from the plane that the Lopers come from. The kind that have infiltrated your command, your leadership, your royalty. They are not what you think they are. They are masters of magics and deception. They will look like you long after death, but after enough time it fades, and you can plainly see they are not as they seem.
I see a
You've heard
deceptive creature before me that is certainly trying to look like a man.
Have you heard the stories of the wars in which horses were turned suddenly upon themselves?
Well, one second. You mean with the Civil War in Adir?
Folded and flipped upon themselves, right?
Yeah. Some small story that people have told from out of there. But then again, there's also supposedly a nation that is put in place and maintained by gods. Stories. Folk always spin stories. Especially if it helps to justify their actions.
Not stories. Reality that Rena has seen.
Seen or been shown?
Been in battle against. I do not possess the ability to do such things.
Do you possess the ability to prove your words?
If you would allow it,
How so?
you would have to accompany us on our next journey.
2.
Well, the next Loper I know of is, and he would say the name of that family,
Kringal.
Kringle.
Kringal family? Your story doesn't make sense, Rena.
Who was the commander in Momly?
Lee Kringal, nonetheless. This is too convenient for you. You telling me the Kringal family are Lopers? The Kringal family has been with Peredhel since its inception, or close enough to. These Loper creatures only came to this, came here from wherever they came from, just over a century ago.
So the
Timeline doesn't
story
add up.
goes, they arrived before, for the purpose of infiltrating.
Again, the timeline doesn't add up.
Why does it seem so fair that refugees were treated so kindly by a nation that enslaves other people?
Out of game, you're talking about the Dale Lands?
Yeah.
Dale Lands don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they had arrived in Peredhel. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Dale Lands don't do that. So I'll allow you to recon your statement just there.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the point he would try and get across here, of because does Peredhel protect the Lopers? Did they give them sanctuary?
Supposedly
or was that
the
just
Lopers
Daelric?
aren't here in Peredhel at all.
Okay.
They're only the Dale Lands.
Tell me, how did the Kringal family rise to power?
They've been, as I just said, with the nation since its start, or close enough to it. How does any family rise to power? Are we going to question all the noble families? Seems, again, convenient.
I suppose the sword isn't enough to show you.
The sword? The one that grows?
Yes.
A growing
about
sword
two?
and a transforming snake? Strange as these two things are, and they are strange indeed, I've heard stories of stranger. things. He says a little unsure of himself as he's saying it. Is this all you have, Rena? A demon as your proof? Or is it just a shapeshifter? Perhaps a mage. Word is that you had one with you during the battles. Perhaps they're disguising themselves. Look like a strange creature. You said yourself that you'd be willing to poison me in a meeting if the tables were turned. Are you doing that now? Are you trying to poison my mind? Poison my resolve?
I'm simply confronting you with the truth, hoping you'll accept it.
Snake creature. Go on. What other evidence do you have?
From my experience in dealing with these creatures, they each have this sword upon them. You may not take my word for it, but if you search proper commanders, you'll find a weapon of similar grade.
I'm willing
The proof I give you is my existence and the fact that I am not fighting you now. That is a bold cry for my people, and a risk I took in coming here. You may not understand it, but as Rena tells me, you grew up together. And I believe if you look into my eyes, you'll know I'm telling the truth. And if it comes to it, I will be your prisoner.
I am willing to look into these creatures, these lopers, see if they're real. Sorry. Hopefully that's the end of the ons for a minute. I'm willing to look into these lopers, see if they're real. Investigate for swords that grow or what have you. But you are still here, taking lives.
Lives that need not be taken.
Correct.
Which is why we approached it this way. So that you may understand that those you are getting commands from are giving such commands in a place of lies.
The two of you, if you want me to believe you, I need proof. And not proof you put before me. Proof I discover myself. If you want me to look into this, work with me. I've already told you. There's an opportunity, Rena. Come. Both of you. Be a prisoner.
Ophios looks at Rena and says, I only offer myself.
I'm not accepting that. You are not the face of this rebellion. I need both of you. I'll take Vance as well, and Laszlo. Both of them are criminals as well. I want all four of you. And I give you my word, my solemn vow, as a friend, Rena, that I will look into this situation.
Go ahead.
Can I tell if he's being truthful or not?
Insight. And Rena, somebody gave you a Winifred's wisdom, just so you know.
Hey. Isn't that... Well, okay. Okay.
It's an advantage.
Then Ophios will rebuttal real quick.
Sorry.
After whatever Rena rolls.
Is that just normal insight?
If you use a Winifred's wisdom...
If I don't use it?
Correct.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I would say I would use mine too.
Rita,
I
that's a
just
20.
rolled-
That's a 21 because of sorry, Tyler. It's because of prayer. Do you want to use a pool of luck? You have one left. Because you rolled really well, so I don't know if you wanted to boost that to be even better.
No. I'm sure that's fine.
Okay.
He would roll an insight as well, but I'm willing to take disadvantage of this if that makes sense. If you gave Rena normal, she knew him back in the day. I didn't know whether.
No, I'm fine with you rolling normal. Sorry. That's an 18. Again, you want to use luck?
No, that's staying.
Okay.
Ophios will simply rebuttal. What information do we get from our insight?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He seems like he's being honest. He will look into this.
Then Ophios will simply say this. Again, I only have the ability to offer myself, but there's a key thing and a key component of this that was the biggest risk of all. I'm here to hunt the Lopers. If they know about my existence, they will come and kill me, or send loads of men to do such. If I have your word that you're not going to do this, I need your word that my identity and my true nature will not be one that is shared.
Yeah, roll a persuasion. Sorry. Is a 16? You want to luck that? Okay.
It's only an 18.
I understand what it is that you're saying, but I am also genuinely concerned about what it is that you are. You claim to be a slaka or something of the sort, and that you're hunting lopers. This is all strange to me. I will not spread word of your existence, but in the prison where you're put, you will be watched closely, and the guards will be specifically informed to watch you closely. These are the only, that's what I'm looking for, graces I'm willing to give to an old friend. You will not be harmed. You'll be cared for and looked after. And I promise, Snake Man, you will be watched.
Fair enough. I will need my clothing at least. It is left back in our quarters, and I give you my word that I will turn myself in. And that's the best I can do.
I want to ensure that things are going to go well. Rena, call Laszlo and Vance here. I believe I saw at least one of them outside. And send one of your guards to go and get his clothing.
She'll just look at Ophios.
They
Kind of wait for like a nod or something.
also cannot know my identity, and they don't know where my clothes are about.
I'm sure you can inform them where the clothes are, and they need not walk in to hear a order. Rena, you can walk out and speak to them. Wait. Vance and Laszlo don't know either?
Only Rena.
Roll
Again.
a persuasion check. 17, are you comfortable with it?
You can luck it. Luck
These
it.
are so important. It's another 18. Again. He would simply say again. There are few I can trust that wouldn't be afraid or spread word or perhaps
I
share the
understand.
information.
You're a freakish looking demon. You would definitely cause screams and concern. I will keep Rena here. No harm will come to her. Gather your belongings and return. You have 1 hour.
he'll immediately turn into snake form and go to do exactly that.
He leaves, leaving just Rena and him alone. Who else have you been biding your time with? Who else is a part of your conspiracy?
I told you this is the truth. It's just Ophios and I. I have to roll for that.
Yeah, you're gonna roll persuasion. It's actually
Okay.
you're not lying. You're trying to convince him that you're not lying.
Yeah.
Don't forget you have the WW if you want it. You don't have to.
Yeah, Winifred's wisdom.
I know. I'm trying. I'm so like.
Didn't
I
you
wanna
have
save
the
it.
winner?
I
Didn't
did.
you
I
have-
never used it last time.
But then she should have 2.
She should
I
have
don't,
too.
they don't carry over.
Why not?
Or do they?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
Sure.
have 2. Go ahead and use one.
All right, fine. I'll use one. Advantage. Persuasion.
I was gonna say she didn't use the one when we were in combat at all. Okay, that's
It's a 20. Do you want to modify that?
Oh, I don't think we have. Oh, I guess we do have one.
Chats, I was dropping those luck on you.
I mean, why not? I guess.
Yeah.
24.
Oh, 24.
Okay.
Very well. I believe you. But do you trust me?
Seems I've given a lot of reasons for you to trust me, but I don't know how I can trust you.
Think about our childhood. Never gave you a reason not to back then.
That was
And it
years
wasn't
ago.
me that turned my back on you when both of us were in a land that wasn't our own, being screamed at by people we didn't know, ordered to do things that we didn't want to. It wasn't me that chose to sneak out in the middle of the night. And it wasn't me that cut down the lives of innocent people.
But you continued to do those things you didn't want to do.
No, it's not true. I understand things differently, and hopefully one day you will too.
My entire family was taken.
I understand. It's an evil that needs to be stopped. It's terrible. I agree with you. But not by everyone. Go to Jovincia. They don't do that there.
Tell me, what happened to your family again?
I only had a father. I would not call him family. He didn't live long. He was shit. He didn't deserve what he got. Again, an evil that needs to be stopped. But you can't defeat evil with more evil. It needs to be corrected.
When you find out the truth, you know that's not what we're doing here. You will know that's not what we're doing here.
If I were to make an assumption with the small amount of information that I've gleaned so far, from what you've told me, taking it at face value, then that's bullshit. You're doing two things here, and you're conflating them, because it's convenient for your current argument. You are both fighting these lopers, assuming this is a real thing, and trying to overthrow the Peredhel, trying to harm them. Then you go around wanton murdering a bunch of people that don't necessarily deserve it. Probably none of them do, honestly. And you use one as a reason for the other. Why can't the lopers be called out? Why can't they be shown, displayed openly, for an entire city to see, for a Turumbar to see?
You don't know how deep their hold on the leadership goes.
I'm not talking about the leadership. Granted, I did mention the Trumbar just then. But first and foremost, the city. Put them on display. Let them see it.
Do you see how much convincing it's taking for you? Do you honestly believe that the people will believe it, seeing it firsthand?
For a second, I did believe it. I saw a snake man appear before me. But apparently that's a different creature. It said whatever it was, but honestly, I thought it was starting to incant a spell.
He's a Slacona. And he has a name.
What's his name?
Didn't he share that? You shared it, right?
Fred.
Yeah, you
His
said
name's
that.
No,
I thought you said it.
You had said Ophios.
Did I?
Thought.
Nope, she said I
No,
look
I
at
thought-
Ophios. She
Oh
said,
yeah, I
Oh,
said
yeah.
I looked at
narration.
you and let you
Yeah.
introduce yourself. It's Ophios.
Ophios. I'll remember that. Do you know why there's a bounty on your head, Rena?
I
It's
can
not
guess.
because what you're doing here is good.
Obviously. That's what they think. Bounties don't usually mean that it's something good. But what's your point?
If hunting down the Lopers is your cause, you're doing it wrong. If there are Lopers that are corrupting this government and making it what it is, then we can be on the same side. But for that to happen, you need to admit to yourself that you're on the wrong side. You'll have time to contemplate this, because I'm going to investigate the situation while you rest and relax for a time.
It would seem there's nothing left to talk about.
Unfortunately, it would. Unless you care to discuss your mother's pie. Yo, Tyler, come on! I was trying to get wholesome. Wholesome.
You brought up
Childhood
Betsy brought up
friends.
the cat earlier. Now we're talking about pie. What? Oh my god!
Hey,
What
Scott.
did you say about my
Hey,
mother?
Scott. Hey, Scott. Is her mother's pie a cream pie?
Get out of here!
Wade didn't know what that was.
Oh my
for the
god!
longest
Our stream just got NC-17.
Seriously. Legit. Oh, God.
Dude,
Oh.
cream pie's an actual pie.
Yeah, huh? And you see Messi walking up with a spoon? He named himself Messi for a reason, just saying.
I feel bad that he's just been sitting there like, I have nothing to do with this right now.
Will's fine. Will's fine.
Oh my god!
Anyways.
So how long? So how long is
Yeah, he takes
gone
like,
for?
he takes like another 15 minutes or so. I imagine you just
Okay.
gotta give him a look like I'm not having a conversation about my mother with you.
Yeah.
And things just kind of fall to silence.
I
Yeah.
do want to say he grabs his stuff, but when he walks back, he goes to where the guards are first and actually hands his sword to Elijah and tells Elijah, keep this safe. Hands his shield to Elijah, this as well. And also hands him his the sword
You already said the
that
sword.
he has. The sword, well, the other sword, the sword of growing and shrinking. It's actually
How many
dagger.
swords do you give him? Have my sword and my other sword.
So
Oh,
it's
this
my
dagger and
shield.
this axe and this. Oh.
No, I give him my shield.
Did you ever see the
My-
cartoon Sinbad?
Yes.
No.
Remember the guy at the table? Like,
You just keep,
Come on,
yeah,
just
it's all
come
these,
out.
like, yeah. He's like,
Oh.
time to go. He's like, come on. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I haven't seen that in forever.
He literally gives him the falchion and the sword of growing and shrinking and the shield.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing
So
movie.
I guess while you're disrobing in front of him, he'll say, "Is this part of the plan?"
I've already done the part of the plan. This is the part where it gets unfortunate. I'm going to be a prisoner. And he just he turns and starts walking towards the tent without any weapons and without his shield.
Interesting. Yeah, Elijah will just kind of, like a surprised, almost a chuckle under his breath as Ophios walks away.
Okay, you walking towards the tent. Other guards kind of like, Commander. And he steps out, and he sees you walking towards. And he looks at you strangely. He doesn't know you. And he holds up his hand for the others to not arrive. And as you approach, he looks at you and says, Ophios,
This I.
come. Holds open the flap. Vance, you're being summoned. He calls across the field. Vance, of course, gives a, oh shit. Well, thank you, Snaga, but it makes me scared now. Vance,
Uh-oh.
yeah, right? Vance
Yeah, right.
actually drops. Vance actually kind
Drops
of
1,000 bits of chat, yeah.
isn't sure if he should be coming or. So he says, Rena, for you to kind of poke your head out and wait for Vance to come over.
Yeah, she'll kind of halfway step outside of the tent.
Of course, it's after I leave my weapons behind.
I don't know how to digest that one. I'm gonna have to sit on that for a minute. I have to sit
You
on
need
that
a
one
break?
for a minute. No, it's just I don't know if you guys saw what just happened.
I know what just happened. I just don't know what the decision was.
I'll have to decide. I'll have to sit on that one for a minute. So, anyways, Vance comes in because you called for him, and Vance walks in and is like, Rena, Ophios.
Ophios doesn't even make eye contact with him.
Ugh. Should say, Vance, this is gonna suck.
Vance looks concerned, and then this is of course when Cadus is going to speak up. He says, Vance, you're being taken prisoner. I am collecting you, Rena, Ophios, and when I find the bastard Laszlo, all of you are going to be taken and held captive. Well, I further investigate matters about something called loopers. I certainly hope this isn't some sort of grand deception that you are part of Laszlo. You are already sentenced to prison, and I will make sure that you continue that sentence there. They'll be joining you on the trip, of course. Each of you will be able to stay put for some time. I promise you, Rena, that this will be investigated. As soon as I finish handling my dealings here in Zholgov, I'll investigate it immediately, and I'll return to you as soon as I come with some findings. If you are not lying, I'll be looking to speak with you. If you are,
I'm not.
I want to believe you. Where is Laszlo? Vance doesn't say anything. He just kind of walks in like,
She'll just say, I don't know.
Ophios legitimately doesn't know.
Rena? Where is Laszlo?
Oh, she said, I don't know unless you're asking me again.
He does.
Oh, okay. His current whereabouts, I don't know where he's at.
Then what's his current mission? I'm gonna roll. Insight
Okay.
or deception.
Don't you fucking tell him. Don't do it.
Ooh, that's a big insight.
I know, I'm like, maybe I should
Rena?
use the other Winifred's
Use it.
wisdom I have. Yeah. I'm gonna use the
it,
second one.
please.
You roll.
Come on.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, are you kidding
Oh
me?
my
Oh,
god!
that's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Without even knowing the result, I rolled my daddy's
No,
dice.
that's a 33. That's a 33. I don't know what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking about, Scott. That's
Oh
a
my
33.
What a waste,
Fuck.
dude. I should have just rolled normal.
Yeah.
Well, hindsight's 20/20.
We know.
Up, Oliver.
You know where he is. Oh no. He's trying to find your man, isn't he?
What?
Mortifer!
More.
She's not gonna say anything.
Yep. That's where he is. Very well, I'll collect him. All of you, I need your weapons.
She'll set them down, I guess, on the table then.
Mhm.
And then Ophios, I'm sure, is like, I don't have any.
Yep, Ophius has no weapons on him.
Clearly, you're a mage, Ophios. You can change your shape.
That's an 8.
No, I kind of was gonna give it a 10.
God, I hate you.
I knew you were gonna find some way to twist that around.
Sorry.
Ophios will just simply continue looking at him and just be like,
As is magic for some people. You'll be watched. Don't try to do anything silly.
he'll stick his hands out expecting to be bound.
Rena, is anybody else? As he mindlessly starts manacling you.
What?
Is there
there-
anybody else of note that I should be collecting?
No.
Then we'll find Laszlo. That'll happen with time. And I think they're going to take your characters and they're going to hold them captive for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to eventually capture Laszlo. He comes in scratched up, beat up, fairly injured. They got him because he's vastly outnumbered. And they knew where to look. The rest of all the soldiers are free to go. As is Elijah. Elijah, thanks for joining the campaign. No. As is Elijah, free to go. Everybody else. Ophelia, of course. Nightingale's not even a part of this. All free to go. As the 4 of you are taken captive. Now, party, we're going to have to do a little bit of chatting after the stream ends, which are probably going to end shortly and a little soon, like a little sooner, earlier than usual. But I do want to say they intend to not keep you in Zholgov. They intend to transport you. From
Fun.
there
Road trip.
Yep.
Yay.
to a different place, to a different facility, to hold you while he's doing his investigation. Anything else that you feel like you need to say, or?
I took a risk that was what I think Ophios would have done in that particular moment, and that was what he meant when he said to Rena that I have your back, is he was there to help convince him like he had planned to and they had planned to beforehand. So if this is the end of these characters, I'm sorry, but
I will get to that in the after the show. We're going to have a little chat. PCs. And we're going to leave this as a bit of a intense cliffhanger with, by the way, a goddamn trump card and Fortune's Favor dropped 8 minutes ago, like back to back. I don't know if one was trying to neutralize the other one or what.
You're fighting.
I'm going to use those, believe you me, but not in this moment. Especially the trump card actually came with a request that is one of those, like, because I take requests as one of those things, and I'm like, I can't really use that one. It makes no sense right now. But
I will also say that Ophios is still compromised by
straight up yes.
Yondu.
Somebody said they are intentionally trying to neutralize the other one. That is crazy. Is intentional. The closest thing I've ever seen is, in fact, in the Kingmaker campaign, when an assassin actually went and found General Leon Yeager and actually successfully killed General Leon Yeager because of a trump card. Somebody else spent a Fortune's Favor to save their life.
Oh, wow. It's a fight.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is this is like if John was here, he'd be like, "Thank you, Aklo. You are now my friend. You have neutralized." Wow, that's funny. Moving on. Don't worry. It's not just like once thrown out the elements immediately neutralizes it. It's there will be effects, just far muted. All right. Anyways.
I feel like I owe Messi and Rena an apology.
No. I think we're gonna have a fun chat in a couple of minutes. So, I suppose, or anything else, Rena, not you, Rena, not you. We don't care about you yet. You talk too much this session. Messi, you didn't talk enough this session. Here's your opportunity. Who are you? How can we find you? What you been up to?
You are such a dick, and it's hilarious, but I also feel so bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm mostly just disappointed in Daelric now, I think. No, it's all of you. Yeah, it's all of you still. We'll talk about it after. Hey, go to twitch.tv/messywastetaken and hit the big follow button, and then don't watch anything. Thanks.
The big follow button? Can I click the little follow button?
Yeah, you can click the little one. Yeah, I'll let you get away with it. Actually, Dunce and I are working on something really cool. We're collecting heights of different streamers for something very important. All 3 people in this chat have unwillingly participated, and I'm really excited to make that announcement next month.
I'm 6'8".
Yeah. Okay.
5'11".
What you're making? What announcement about height?
Yeah. It's not. We're not gonna like make a fucking wiki page.
Height,
like, don't worry about that. It's not gonna be
get on the
public
hype
or anything.
train?
I'll tell you guys about it after the stream here.
Isn't
but
it
I'm
weird
not
that the
gonna say
hype
anything
train
public.
never triggers on this channel?
Bro, what are you talking
That's
about?
not true. We
Oh,
got a
does
hype
it?
train like
Are you baiting it?
No,
a little while ago.
I'm honestly not. But like, say today, it didn't get triggered.
We get it like every
Oh.
other stream, bro.
It has to be, so it has to be within 5 minutes of each other. So
Oh.
3 things have to occur within 5 minutes of each other. So 100+ bits, gift subs, and all of that have to be
Oh,
within
3
5 minutes.
separate things.
3 separate things within 5 minutes.
Oh, and usually it's like a thing here, a thing there, a thing there. Okay. I was like, because there's been some
Yeah.
intense stuff, which is amazing and appreciated, and so on and so forth. But like, I was like, how does that not trigger? But it's because it's multiple things in a short period of time. That makes sense.
I don't know if one person alone can trigger it. I don't know if one person gifting one sub, and then gifting one sub could do it, but
I don't know. That's a good question. Sure
I
I'll find
also
that
saw
eventually.
Snaga's message about, wow, they really want to avoid that bounty hunter. That was not the intention. The intention was going about something in a different strategy.
Which is
I could
very
go
convenient,
very in
you
depth.
know?
I could go in huge depth about the Ophios' thinking, but you know.
All right. We're going to have a fun chat after stream, but Messi, anything else you wanted to say about you and Dunce and stealing height?
No, I'll tell you guys after, and then we don't want to make it public.
I mean, yeah. You've already given us an inkling as to the projects you're working on. Tyler, what are you doing, Tyler?
I am fighting YouTube processing hell to try and get a video out because my second time uploading the video is once again stuck at 0% processing. Woo! For the last 3 hours.
It's also a really long video, right?
I've
It's
never heard of a video that long on YouTube, but that's
Oh,
also.
there are longer videos on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So I think there's a few different reasons why I think it might be doing that. So I'm working on that. I am just swamped as of late. I've got I'm going to be joining my friend Garuku Blue Moon for his St. Jude charity stream tomorrow. I'll be playing some games with him as we raise more money for the children of St. Jude. My campaign is still up, so any stream that I'm doing now is going to have that up as well for my campaign. But definitely check out twitch.tv/Garuku Blue Moon for his charity stream tomorrow, because that's going to be a heck of a fun time. And again, I can't thank Messi and Rena enough for joining mine. I know Scott had a whole bunch of real life stuff going on, so he's fine. Good dude.
He's immune.
Appreciate him.
I'm immune. I got the vaccine.
Yep, you did.
So, unfortunately, there was no video posted today on my YouTube channel, but I'm hoping I can get that video up.
Go
this
rewatch
weekend.
all the ones that are already there.
Yeah, go there and rewatch. I might be able to post a different video or something tomorrow, but we'll see. More than likely, this one will be.
If you've already seen it, you can go there and either rewatch it or click play and then go make some boiled eggs. Or
Just make sure
oatmeal.
you like it.
Specific
You
thing.
subscribe and you break that bell with your fist, because get notified when I put videos up, because there's
Definitely click the bell on Tyler's channel. Do not click it on mine.
Yeah, my channel, bell up.
Mine, bell off. Rena.
And I'll pass the torch over to Rena, obviously the MVP of this campaign with the ridiculous rolls, except for with advantage. Apparently we need her to roll with disadvantage.
Yeah,
To get the top
it
quality
jinxes
roll.
me. I'm like literally on a disadvantage kick. Oh my god.
Oh,
Well,
Steve.
hi.
Hi, Rena. Talk to
Hi.
me.
You
Talk
guys
to me.
know me. I'm Rena the Destroyer.
She's getting out ASMR style. Okay.
This D&D session is very stressful. Okay. It's the most stressful thing. No, but it's so much fun. I literally look forward to my Fridays because of D&D. But y'all know me. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, though I haven't been doing much streaming because I've been very busy.
Getting a new car.
I did get a new car. That is the highlight of my week so far. And it's really cool. I'm very excited about it. I just want to go drive it around all the time.
Gas is cheap
Yeah.
right now.
Yes, I get to go to work
Honestly,
today.
yes, it's great timing for that. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to going to work since I get to drive my new car. So I'm like, please let me sit in traffic. So
Rena,
I can
if
have
you
more
want, you can
time.
drive to New England. You can hang out
all
in
the way over. Geez.
my, in my dirty office.
Oh my god.
That sounds awesome.
All right, I'm on the way.
She'd be like, we'd be sitting
I'm
opposite
for it.
side of the table, be like, hey,
Hey,
so
I'm gonna drive back.
like, it was fun. Cool.
This
seeing
was
ya,
fun.
yeah.
Should do this again sometime.
My daughter runs in the
Why not?
room 6 feet.
6 feet apart.
And
Oh, yeah.
hey, everybody, if you didn't hear, and you probably have, but if you didn't hear, on this channel, we have the 3 campaigns that are going on that are all same world, same timeline, interwoven with one another. They affect one another, so on and so forth. There is a chance, it's not definitive, there's a chance that there'll be a 4th campaign added on. So definitely you keep tuned for what's happening. I'll probably announce it on like Twitter, but also here. Maybe eventually on YouTube, probably 6 months after I actually start the show. You know.
Guys, you won't believe it. 6 months ago.
But yeah, there's a chance. Definitely hang out on Discord. Thank you, Josh, for popping that in there. Discord is where all like the fun chatter happens. You can even get like what is it, baited into like some interesting conversations like chatterbait over there, and you can talk
that's
about
what that
things
means.
like. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face doing it. I was just surprised my wife actually gave me the thumbs up to push on with maybe another one. So, but anyways, yeah, we're gonna go and chat. Thanks you all for chilling and
Daelric.
stuff like that. And Joey, just to be clear, they didn't officially cancel each other out. They worked together to make something different. So, a situation becomes a different type of situation that has negative and positive outcomes. But the dire, horrible shit. Like somebody gave an example in chat that actually they get attacked by the bounty hunter who captures them but releases them from the convoy, bringing them to, like, that's actually pretty cool because then you're dealing with only one guy and 2 troll hounds, and they could potentially find out the truth about Yondis versus, you know, anyways, that's like a really good example of it. Messy, you were saying something.
Yeah, do you want to publicly mention that VOD you screwed up?
Oh yeah, that beautiful VOD.
You mean, I think I did earlier. I think I mentioned it earlier. So I always record, so I'm not much of a YouTuber. I don't really post anything on YouTube other than announcement videos and sessions. But I do make a lot of videos for my Patreon supporters. I've rid of the $5 tier and up and some stuff for the $2 tier and up people. Anyways, I just recently recorded right before the session a video pertaining to something in this session. And I was like, ooh, let me get this all set up and da-da-da. So I recorded the video. It's like 12, 15 minutes long. And I accidentally
didn't realize that I had left this on from when I did my outro last night at the close of the stream. So I just like pressed, live and record and started recording. And then I went and got my pizza and then came down and said hi to these guys. And Messy's like, hello, Robodale or something like that, or Daelric or whatever it was. And I was like, what? And so I look and I'm like, no! I recorded the entire video like this. I don't want to re-record it, so...
Is it really going out like that?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Premium content on Patreon. Oh, I should probably change the voice.
There we go.
Thanks.
That's what you pay for. All right. So,
Oh, jeez.
Yes, you do now.
Yep. Claptrap. There you go. What's a classic claptrap statement?
Stairs? I hate stairs.
There you go.
Stairs. I hate stairs.
That sounds just like him. What the fuck?
good.
That's really good.
I don't know if you ever use a voice modulator, if you just talk into it, or if you also add inflection of tone. Like I like lean into it. I don't just like say stairs.
yeah.
I hate stairs. I'm like stairs. I hate stairs.
I think that adds
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's funny.
Well, it's
cool.
great. Quality
right.
content.
Well,
Quality.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Who are we rating?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. We should rate somebody and not be terrible people. Ooh,
Doxy.
Pat and Doxy are live. And Quinsai's live. But does anybody care about my brother? Can we check and see if any of these people are actually...
I think Doxy ends soon.
Yeah, Doxy ends soon, so we'll just go there for her to end. 1 second.
I was gonna say don't go there because she's gonna end. and
Right.
Yeah,
Go
yeah, I'm
somewhere
not going to.
Oh, okay.
Because of that reason. Oh, forgot some stuff. Hold up.
You're ready.
Hold on.
Cause I'm on.
Okay, I'll wait.
He's playing Far Cry? Okay, screw it. Let's go raid my brother. Let's go say hi to my little brother. Maybe he'll fall asleep on stream. Oh, everybody rating. Just say, don't fall asleep. Or put some Z's in chat or something. Just spam about
Resident
Eric
sleeper.
falling asleep. Yeah. Just go to town, rag on him for always sleeping on stream. Let's have some fun. All right, let's go, everybody. Let's go. Goodbye.